out of reflection.
Reflection frame.
But yeah, we're rolling, so do your thing.
So, how nervous were you the first time you sang publicly? Do you remember what was the first time you sang publicly?
Ever?
Yeah, ever.
I don't remember the first time I sang publicly ever, but this might have been the memory. And it was, I must have been maybe 7 or 8, but I was in the kids choir at my church growing up, and I had a solo. And I distinctly, couldn't tell you the words, but distinctly remember having the solo and just belting things out. And yeah, that's what I remember, but I don't remember the words or the song. But yeah, I felt pretty free.
So so then did you, because when we started working together, that's what you were worried about, not being able to belt things out and feeling free, right? And so maybe did you lose that along the way somewhere? That feeling of being able to do that when you're singing?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that was when I was so young, under 10 probably, and I think that naturally for most kids, or maybe not most kids, but as you grow up, you kind of stop being so playful and childish and, willing to explore and be embarrassed, So I think that's a lot of what happened. I just got really shy about it and never really took formal lessons until recently. So, yeah.
Yeah. And how does it feel now?
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels great, but as you know, sometimes it feels great, sometimes it feels really scary. But for the most part, it feels like I'm doing what I always wanted to be doing. Yeah.
Well, that's great. You seem to me like a pretty careful person, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a, you want things to be perfect. You're a little bit of a perfectionist.
That is true.
Yeah? And that can be a good thing, right? But also it can be a thing that contributes to inhibiting you, right? And over worrying, and you just put out into the world, or at least your little corner of it, your first original song, right? Trust Me, and it's gotten rave reviews from the fan base. Right?
The fan base, I should say.
Fan base.
The fan base.
They're not all family. They're friends and family,
Friends
right?
and family. Yeah, it's been really exciting.
Of which, by the way, you seem to have a lot. You seem to have a lot of friends. Do you?
Oh, that's a relative question, I guess. But I think I have a lot of people that I connect with, yes. But I think close friends is sort of a different story, and there are probably fewer of those that know my life story and I would consider my best friend. But I do have, and especially because I've moved around a lot, and people have left after college, so I've made a lot of different circles of friends, I would say, yes.
And your folks, they psyched about you singing?
Yes. Overall, yes. They're really proud, really excited. My mom is super excited and asks a lot about, the songs I'm learning. And yeah, overall, they're really glad that. And my cousins in India, everyone is sort of into music and singing. So when I've shared with them, they're all really excited about it too. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And so this Billie Eilish song, why did you pick this one? 8. I mean, I love it. But why did it appeal to you? And why did you think I would like to try this one, or try a rendition of this one?
Well, I think that she sort of falls into my, well, as you like to put it, my wheelhouse vocally. And Billie Eilish is a big deal right now. I love her songs. I love her lyrics, and her her tone, and so I'm a huge fan. And I also thought of what's super relatable right now. And another thing that I really liked about the track was that she uses a very certain affect at the beginning of the song, and that wasn't something that I was going to be doing, so it kind of gave me some play in making that part of the song my own, which was also a good aspect of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you know, one of the things I like best about your style is the range of dynamics that you can put forward, that you can affect, which, the way you did this song allowed you to do that. You have this really beautiful softness and delicateness that can suddenly change to intensity, emotional intensity, or just, a thing that is sort of jarring in the best way, So I love that, I dynamics are everything to me, and so, I tell you that about your voice all the time, but it's really a cool thing for you to do. That's kind of, one of your signatures. I mean, you have a number of signatures, but that's one of them, so that's cool. So, what's next, Meryl?
What's next?
We keep promoting the Trust Me song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to promote the Trust Me song, and we have a show coming up. It's my second live show ever, but sort of Witchwood music debut, and that is at the end of this month. I'm very, very excited.
Oh, yeah, the 26th, right, of October. Sweet. And that's in Rosendale Square, right? All right. Sweet. Well, I'll be there.
You better be there.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
that's next, and working on some more original stuff, which is super, super exciting, and I'm just really excited to see where everything takes me.
That's great. Well, it's been a pleasure seeing you blossom into this singer that you are now.
Thank you.
And all the best, Meryl. Upward and upward.
Upward, upward.
Here we go. All right. Nice
All right.
job. Thank you,
Thanks.
Meryl.
Do you have velvet
Absolutely.
pants on? Oh no, I thought these were
No,
velvet for a second.
but
I was like,
I
Jefferson,
wish.
you have outdone yourself this time.
Now I'm on to
Okay,
it.
for
All
October
right.
26th,
Velvet.
Jefferson's wearing
Yeah.
velvet pants.
I got
Okay.
you.
All
Got
right.
you covered. Thank you, Meryl. Oh,
Cool.
cheers.
Thanks. Cheers.
Here we go. All right, Tony. I think that's enough.